my fabulous audience. So first and foremost, I just want to give gratitude and thanks to you, my supportive, wonderful audience. Now for the good stuff. In 2025, we are going to see a few trends in the beauty and aesthetics world. So I thought I would talk about a few of them, not all of them, and see what your thoughts are too. If you're ready, let's get started. So the first trend that's on its way out is something that I'm super happy about. It is overfilled, puffy, augmented faces. Faces that look like clones and generic models of each other. I'm talking about overdone dermal filler. Yes, we are seeing a trend of people getting their fillers dissolved. We saw it earlier this year where celebrities were getting their dermal filler dissolved. Now we're seeing this trend trickle down to mainstream and the public. And I have to say, and I may not be very popular when I say this, I'm happy. I'm super happy that we are going to see a reduction in huge lips, crazy jawlines, sharp chins, and dramatic cheekbones. Now, I'm all for a little tweak and a little bit of improvement here or there, but I really don't like the trends that we have seen over the last 3 to 5 years. Now, the reason I think people are getting their fillers dissolved is twofold. First of all, filler lasts much longer than we originally were told. When filler really first got popular, we were led to believe that filler lasted in the body for around about 9 months to maybe 2 years. Well, MRIs and science is proving that dermal filler lasts much longer than that. And so what I think is happening is people tend, when they've had dermal filler, to go back for more and more. Then what happens is we end up with the polar opposite of what that person intended. Oftentimes the intention is to look younger. If we continually have dermal filler put in our faces, we can often look older. And I think you know exactly what I'm talking about. Think about the celebrities that you know that just don't look right. They look a bit puffy, they look a bit pillowy. Think about friends or people that you pass in the street, in the coffee shop, and you look and you think, there's something not quite right. And that's because too much filler can make us look puffy, pillowy, saggy, and just a little bit odd. And this is what I think is good. I think that a trend to a more natural, toned down version is a good thing. And forgive me if I've offended anybody, it is just my opinion at the end of the day. So being overfilled is one thing. Getting your filler dissolved is another. When you have your filler dissolved, what happens next? Well, the trend for 2025 is a move to skin boosters. Now, you will have heard of skin boosters. Skin boosters are powerful little injections often that actually help the body produce its own collagen. Stimulating collagen, stimulating elastin, and helping with tightening and lines and wrinkles. Fabulous in-clinic treatments that have been proven to work. Things like Sculptra, Profilo, PDRN, even threads. There are so many different options on the marketplace and so many different methods of application. Now, personally, I love hyaluronic acid skin boosters and collagen stimulating skin boosters, such as PDRN and also mono threads. These are things that you can get in a Medi-Spa, but you can also stimulate your collagen with my next trend. So my next trend in 2025 that is set to be huge are at-home treatments. Now, I think that this has come about since we have all had to think about our budgets, and of course some of the prices in clinics has gone through the roof. Now, you know, if you've been with me a while, I love to teach you about things that you can do at home that are on a par or equivalent to very expensive in-clinic treatments and services, such as microneedling. 2025 is going to see a huge boom in microneedling, and I'm all for it. I did a video actually teaching you how to do microneedling, and I'll link it just here for you. It's a very safe, very effective, very cheap and affordable method of improving your skin at home at any age. It doesn't have an age barrier, it doesn't have a cost barrier, it is so accessible, and I think it's probably the simplest, most effective treatment that you could begin today. It is so good that it's been written about. There are scientific papers that prove that it works. It helps by stimulating collagen, thickening the skin, and helping with texture, tone, and pigmentation. It is literally the best all-rounder when it comes to at-home skincare. I talk about skincare devices all the time. Skincare devices in 2025 are set to boom. But a word of caution, not all home devices that you'll see in 2025 are built equally, especially those that have radio frequency. And the reason I'm kind of singling out radio frequency is that it has been proven that radio frequency that isn't safe can melt fat. Now, for some of you, you might be thinking, whoop, that's a good thing. But for others, it's a negative. That's because if we dissolve fat in our face, it can make us look older. Think about it. Youthful fat gives us that plump, dewy, youthful glow, and it also helps to push out our lines and wrinkles. If we don't have fat in our face, we start to look saggy and lines and wrinkles look more prominent. So what I want to say is this: always take advice from a professional such as me. I am a professional esthetician, and the only devices I ever share on this channel are the ones that have proven to work, that are safe, and that I know are going to give you a difference, that are going to actually work for you at home. Another trend that is set to come in 2025 is something that has already exploded, and that is the weight loss injections. Now, the semaglutide weight loss injections, of course, are a medical prescription only medication and something that you need to take advice about. However, what's going out because of them coming in is in-clinic fat dissolving treatments, such as the Kybella treatment, which is a fat dissolving treatment, the radiofrequency at high intensity fat dissolving treatments, and the cryolipolysis, which is the fat freezing treatment that you can have in clinic. Well, what's happening is they're becoming a bit redundant because people are able to access these weight loss injections and therefore don't need to have rounds and rounds of treatments to spot reduce in clinics. Really interesting. What are your thoughts? Would you still go in clinic to have a fat reduction treatment when you can have access to a weight loss injection? Let me know. What are your thoughts? The other trend that I'm super happy to see go are the big Russian lips. They're called Russian lips or dolly lips. You know the ones that are so big that the lips enter the room before the person. No shame, no shade. I just think it's gone too far. Now, if you love huge lips, that's fine. It is only my opinion. But the problem that we all need to think about is this. If we continually increase the size and the width of our lips, this is just soft tissue. When we get older, and when all of this starts to sag anyway, what's going to happen? We're going to look much older than we are. So I'm really happy to see that there is a movement to a more natural, less augmented look when it comes to the shape of the lips and the mouth. Now, don't get me wrong, I love a beautiful little Cupid's bow, and a little fullness as we get older can make us look more youthful and younger, and is a great way of getting rid of those top lines on our top lip. But there is a fine line between a little tweak and completely augmented. So I am more happy that we're moving to a more natural, sustainable look when it comes to aesthetics and injectables. The next trend that is set to be huge in 2025 is the use of estrogen in our creams, our face creams, neck creams, and body treatments. Now, this is because the science is now proving that topical estrogen that is not systemic can actually improve our skin quality. And it makes absolute sense. As we hit our menopause and beyond, we are losing collagen and the condition of our skin declines. Topical estrogens, or estriols, can actually help improve the skin tone, condition, texture, and help with pores and lines. Now, I've been using a topical estriol cream on my face and neck, and I'm going to talk about that in the early part of 2025. But I can tell you it is set to be huge in 2025. You are going to see people talk about it, but a little word of warning, don't be drawn into the marketing, which is obviously going to happen. I think what we're going to see is a lot of creams and skincare products out there that are going to play on us women over 50 or any women that are hitting menopause with kind of statements like menopause skincare or menopause saviors or menopause anti-aging. Remember, menopause is a period of our lives. It is not a marketing ploy. Just be mindful when they're out there, and it's going to happen. Without a shadow of a doubt, it's going to happen. Just remember, think about who you are parting your money with, and always seek the advice of a professional, especially when it comes to anything like estrogen or estriol creams. You need to make sure you are seeking professional advice. So there you have it, ladies. Those are my very quick 2025 what's in, what's out. There are obviously loads more. This list is not exhaustive, but I just wanted to tell you about the things that have caught my eye, that are super exciting, and things that I think are fabulous. Things like the home devices, the skin boosters, a move away from big, massive lips and pillowy faces and augmented reality to a more natural aesthetic. And also remember the cautionary, be careful of dissolving fat in your face, and think about whether you would actually opt for a weight loss jab as opposed to a spot fat reduction in an aesthetics clinic. I do wish you a very happy new year, and a very prosperous and healthy one too.